Alright guys, I finally got around to making this squat video for y'all, and this is another, kind of like my other videos, it is another beginner squat workout and kind of like a how-to tutorial, things that I do when I squat. So anyway, let's get into it. Okay, the first thing that I want to talk about is the actual position of the bar for the low bar squat. It's right under your trap muscles on your neck and right above your rear delts. There's kind of an area in between, and it almost creates like a shelf to sit the bar in, and you kind of want to pull down on the bar into that position. You know, you want the bar tight, and you don't want it moving around and stuff. You kind of want to pull that bar down into your rear delts. And if that's not comfortable for you, then maybe it's best to do a high bar squat. Okay, the first thing that you want to do before you even get your bar position on your back, as you can see there, I took a deep breath and braced. You want to hold that brace, throughout the whole lift. And it's very beneficial to maybe do some like 90-90 breathing exercises so you can learn how to hold a brace and to breathe. And the next thing that I would recommend is definitely working on your walkout. Like, as you notice there, it only took me maybe 2 steps to get into my proper footing and position. So, before you actually start doing a lot of heavy squats or anything, I would recommend doing a lot of reps of just getting under the bar, getting into position, and walking out and getting your footing in as few steps as possible. Now notice my footing here. My feet aren't pointed directly forward. Now I see a lot of high bar squatters, they will squat that way. Their feet will be just straight forward, and that's a very quad dominant person that can do that. I like to have my feet kind of out, almost on a 45-degree angle. And on your way down, you kind of want to hold tension out on your knees. And one way that I do that is I kind of imagine that my feet are trying to twist the ground away from each other. And that kind of opens my knees and my hips. And you kind of want to hold that tension that way on the way down and on the way up. Now, if you start having problems where your knee shoots in on the way up, it's usually because your stance is a little too wide. So you may want to shorten your stance a little bit. I go just barely past shoulder width. Like my heels are shoulder width and my toes are past it. And like I've said on my other videos, definitely take your time getting stretched out and warmed up before you start doing heavy weight. As you see here, I've done warmed up with the bar, 135, 225, now on 315. Now I want to get warmed up before I actually get into all my working sets and my heavy top sets. Now this workout here called for a heavy top set, so I'm kind of just working my way up to see what I can actually do, because it's been a while since I've squatted. And as you see here, I grabbed, shout out to my buddy Casey. I actually grabbed a spotter because, I just wasn't feeling real comfortable where I hadn't squatted in a while. So just always be safe, guys. Now, I was actually fortunate enough that I still have enough strength that I still went up to 405. And I wanted to do this just to kind of see where I was at, to kind of determine what my 1 rep max would be, so I can kind of be able to judge what my percentages should be for the rest of the workout. And like I said before, this workout called for a heavy top set, and I'm really just not sure where I'm at with squats yet, but it had 4 back off sets after this, and I kind of wanted to do my lower working sets with 315, because that's just something I feel comfortable with getting back into it. And where I've already done the set of 365 for a double, and I actually used 315 during my warm-ups, I just did 2 more sets, working sets of 315. So if you actually want to follow this workout exactly how it's written, is you would do a top set of 1 rep at an RP of 6.5 and then 4 back off sets of 3 at 85%. Okay, on to the first accessory of this workout. I did goblet squats. I love these. You know, you can practice your form. It's lightweight. You know, you can work on your brace, all your squatting cues while doing this. And I love to actually do a set or two of these before I start squatting too, to get good and warmed up, get stretched out, work on opening my hips and stuff up, kind of like we did in the deadlift video. But here, I believe what I did was 3 sets of 12 on the goblet squats. Now for the next accessory, we did some leg presses, and I really like these because it's pretty safe. I feel like it's safer than the squat, especially for a beginner, which is kind of what this is geared towards, as a beginner workout. But what I like to do on these is kind of like a pyramid. I started, I think, with 15 reps, and then I increased the weight gradually. And I did 15 reps, 12 reps, 10 reps, and then 8 reps on the 4th set. So I did 4 sets of these while increasing weight on each set. And now to finish things off, I always do some leg extensions at the end. You know, it's a light accessory movement. I call them finishers. But, you know, do some of these at the end of your workout. And you can kind of do them beginning too if you want to like pre-exhaust and use less weight. But I did 3 sets of 10 on leg extensions. Alright guys, that is going to be it for this video. If you are a beginner lifter, power lifter, you know, try this workout out and see what you think about it. I'm sure you'll definitely make some gains, and hopefully you can take something away from this. And anyway, if you enjoyed this type of video, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all on the next one.